Hey, it's Ducky, and today we've got a really exciting parcel. I finally have the Chloe Rose Joy and Adventure prompt book, and I've been waiting for this for ages. I pre-ordered it in July last year, I think, and then Amazon did some fun stuff and made the UK orders really late, and I ended up cancelling my Amazon order and going with Blackwell's instead. But that's not Chloe's fault. So we're gonna get started with this today. Okay, so we've got the book here. I'm probably not going to sound quite as excited as I did just a minute ago, because for you it's only been a couple seconds, but for me, I went and had lunch after I filmed the intro and I smashed my phone, which is what I used to record on. And you'd think after years and years of being someone who smashes their phone, I would have insurance, but I always forget to actually sort the insurance out. So that's great. Anyway, let's get on to the book. So it's so cute and also like feels really nice. And the paper feels really nice too. It feels a lot thicker than I was expecting. So, introduction. For thousands of years, artists have abandoned their sketches. Incomplete artwork and doodles are left to collect us, creative potential with nowhere to go. These incomplete drawings get sent to the lost sketches realm. And if you aren't careful, you may find yourself drawn to its doorways. These doorways are sometimes disguised as a simple sketchbook, and the only way to escape is to complete it. You have been warned. So I want to just colour in these things really quickly. And I'm pretty sure she said that you can't use alcohol markers on this without it bleeding, which is a shame because that's what I'm really enjoying at the moment. But this doesn't have anything on the back of it, so I'm going to give it a go with this one. And of course, that was a little bit more aggressive than I expected. My hero markers. I don't normally film these videos where I'm talking whilst I'm doing the video, so I don't know how I'm going to be able to talk while I'm doing art. It's something I've always struggled with. Right, so I think first things first, let's just find a colour for the bristles. I think maybe warm grey one. I think GY0173 is probably a good colour for pencil, like the wood part. Oh, that looks a lot more green on this page. Oh wow, maybe it would dry different. Okay, I really like this colour, so I'm gonna do the top of this colour. This might be the most gold colour I have that isn't like yellow, because we are yellow gold haters in this house. That's a little bit more fluorescent than I was hoping for, but I'll probably just go over it with another colour. Maybe RP1 will probably tone it down a bit. Yeah, that's the colour I was wanting actually. Right, I think the colour I used for the bristles would be a good page colour. I'm curious if anyone else who's watching has got this book and what they're thinking of it. I know in America it was released like in December, I think, and I've gone out the line slightly. Oh well. So I think America's had it for a little bit longer than the UK. Oh my god, I've gone out the line again. See, this is why I can't talk and do things clearly. Now for the kind of burst of light. Thinking maybe blue light. I think BG4 would be a good one, and probably need BG3. Is it just me or does everyone, do you have an issue trying to find the right colours in your set for your hero markers? I feel like the names and the colours on the lids just don't make any sense. So trying to find the right colour is a nightmare. Now I'm just using the colour blender to try and soften the edges of the colour that's going into the white page. And I think I'm going to do the scars a nice yellow. I like the twinkling. I might do a couple of dots as well. Okay, I think that looks really cute. I've also spent far too long on just the first page. So if I want to get much done this video, I'm gonna have to speed things up a little bit. But I did want to see how bad the bleed was. Okay, yeah. Definitely won't be able to use these on the double-sided pages, but that's fine. Just means I've got to experiment with my supplies a bit more.
You find a small bookstore in a quaint town. The book spines appear blank, so you draw the spines to look like some of your favourite books. In the middle of the stack, you notice a red book. Drawn to it, you pick it up.
Okay, so I've got my coloured pencils out for this because they're not going to go through the page, but I'm also an avid pencil hater, coloured pencil hater, so we'll see how this goes. My hand is probably going to hurt after colouring in all of these. I also had the idea to use my fine liner to do some book names, but I don't know if this is going to go bleed through the paper, so I'm probably just going to use this back page as just a little bit of a test to see if it goes through. Okay, no, that doesn't go through. Perfect. I don't know if any of you can relate, but I used to be an avid book reader when I was younger, and now I can't focus to finish a book to save my life. I haven't read a book in years, so now I'm gonna have to try and remember the names of the books I used to read. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fill all of these with names. Like, the first ones that come to mind are Harry Potter, because they were one of the first book series I read as a child, but obviously I don't associate myself with Harry Potter anymore. Okay, I remembered one of the series I absolutely loved as a child. So you have I don't know if anyone else read those books, but I remember absolutely loving them. So in that same vein, I guess you got Divergent, Fallen. You're gonna notice a theme. I've read a lot of fantasy books as a child. I love fantasy. I think I'm gonna have to have a think and come back to you when I've written some of these down. So I went through my old Goodreads account, which definitely doesn't have all the books on there that I have read, but this is some of the books I read. I know I've read a lot more than these. I used to read 2 to 3 books a week at one point when I was younger, so I know this isn't all the books I've read, but it'll have to do because this is taking forever. So I think I'm probably just gonna scribble in the rest of them to make it look like there's writing, and then we can go on to colouring these in. But this took me on. Looking up all these books really took me back to my childhood and when I was at school, and oh my goodness, I can't believe some of the things I was reading at such a young age. And just so many books here that I used to absolutely love. So I've never read The Handmaid's Tale, but obviously I know of it. I know what happens in it to a certain extent. But I have read a book that's kind of a modern take on that, which is somewhere around here. I don't know where. There, Vox. I think it's a really important book to read. I would also say that The Handmaid's Tale is probably an important book to read, and I should probably read it at some point. But it shows really, really wow how quickly you can go from a normal society to something not so good. I know when I read it, I was telling people that it made me really think of how quickly we could become, a dictatorship, somewhere where women have lost all their rights, gay people have lost all their rights, and for years people told me I was crazy, that it wasn't that easy, that it wouldn't happen that easily. It couldn't happen in today's society, and I just see what's happening in America now, and I don't know if I've seen it happening for a while, and I've spoke up about it a lot because I don't know, maybe it's being autistic with pattern recognition, but I could see where it was heading long before a lot of other people could, and I was always told I was crazy, and now we look at what's happening and it's scary. It's really, really scary, and I don't want to make my account too political. Art is somewhere you come to distract from the world, and I definitely myself, I feel very paralyzed by what's going on in the world. It's really, really difficult. I think it's something that's important we need to talk about. I definitely have never been one to be quiet about my political views. I have always been a leftist. I don't believe that anyone should be treated the way people are being treated in America. And it's really difficult to see and watch and feel like there's not really anything I can do. I am unemployed because I'm disabled. I can't hold down a job. I can because of my health problems, because I am so ill. It's difficult for me to be able to do anything in that regard. And it's scary also because we've seen in the UK since Trump came about again, we're seeing a lot more of the reform trying to push anti-abortion in the UK and such. I thought we were going the right way. I thought things were getting better. I remember as a child seeing gay marriage being legalized and these rights, the leaps and bounds we had made in the recent years in terms of acceptance for trans people, and it just feels like everything's going backwards. It's a very scary time to be a queer, disabled person. But anyway, I think I've probably rambled on about that a bit too much. I don't want to get myself upset because it's very easy to get quite upset when you're talking about those things. I haven't talked about the fact that I've started colouring these in, so I'm just kind of randomly, haphazardly colouring them in different colours. I'm not going based on what each book looks like because that would take forever. I'm just colouring these in kinda haphazardly, kind of randomly, just to try and get it looking like a bookshelf. Okay, all the books are finally coloured in. I've left a couple white because, well, I don't know about you, but I've had white books in the past, so. And now, I'm going to move on to the shelves, which is probably going to take forever, and my wrist is already hurting, so wish me luck. And I'm going to do the shelves lighter than the background so that it looks like these are further forward than the dark brown. This is really hurting my arm, so I'm not sure. Right now I'm trying to get this brown really smooth. I'm not sure if I will end up giving up on that. My hand literally feels like it's going to fall off, and I've still got so much to do. I'm more than halfway done though, so I'll be there soon. So this took forever, but I like how it looks, so let's go on to the next page. In the blink of an eye, you are drawn inside the book and met with a strange looking bear with bad fashion taste. Hello, my name is Berlin. You opened my sketchbook. I've been trapped here in the lost sketches realm with no way out. I tried to buy another sketchbook without completing the last 4 I had. This one had me trapped until I finish it. Please help me complete my sketches so we can both get out of here. He is so cute. So I have seen Chloe Rose's video doing like the first couple prompts in this book, so I do know some of the first prompts, but probably in the next video we'll get to the prompts which I haven't seen before, so that'll be exciting. So I am definitely not putting myself through the hell of colouring this in with coloured pencils, so I'm going to have to work out how I'm going to do this, because I could probably use watercolour. I just don't know if I can bother to get my watercolour stuff out. And I have Posca markers, but half of them are dried out because I haven't used them in so long. I think maybe we'll give the Poscas a try, and then probably some gel pen for some of the details. Well, I'll have to have a look for those, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, I've got my Poscas, I've got my gel pens, and I have some paper so that I can use the Poscas without ruining everything. Right, so I'm thinking first we'll use the yellow on the stars, and hopefully this isn't too dried out. We'll see. Okay, it seems to be working so far. I'm just worried about the Poscas making a big splodge on the page, because that's part of the reason why I stopped using them, because they were just so what's the word, inconsistent, you know. Sometimes they'd be completely dried out and really difficult to get on the page, and other times they would get super gunky and you'd get colour, you'd get like, you'd push down slightly and have a big splodge all over your page, and you just ruin what you were doing. This is really fun though. I'm currently recovering from some medication induced horrible health problems. Ooh, I think this colour will be nice if I can get it to work. Yeah, so yeah, I've had a horrible time with my health recently, and I'm slowly getting better, but this is definitely the kind of art I needed to get me back into the swing of things. I don't have to think quite so much about what I'm doing, and that's just really helpful. I've always loved the idea of these prompt books. I know when I was in like school, it was the Reckless Journal, which I always really wanted, but I grew up poor, so I knew not to ask for things. And right, apologies, I had to help my nan with something. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, the Reckless Journal, I always really wanted that when I was younger. That was when I was at school, and then I started seeing stuff about Create This Book, and I really wanted those, and I just, for some reason, never got myself any, and I don't really know why, because I mean, from like the age of like 17, I had a job until health problems arise. So I always had money, I just never got them. And then I saw Chloe Rose's one, and I was like, right, I'm just going to bite the bullet and get it. So yeah, I'm really excited to now have one, and it has made me also really want to get the create these books as well, but I know what I'm like. I shouldn't start too many things at once, otherwise I will get overwhelmed and do none of them. And also with the create this books, I'm just not too sure where to start, because I feel like, especially for YouTube videos, you know, people want to see the most recent one, but the autistic part of my brain is like, no, you have to start at the first one and work your way through them. I'm not sure about the create this book yet. I'll see how I get on with this one, and then maybe you'll see create this book from me in the future, because I think it could be really fun, and I know I'll be able to use my Who markers more with that, because obviously this is like part drawn for most of the pages, so it's not like I can do art on a separate piece of paper and then glue it in like you can with the create this book. So that's the only thing I am thinking, because the Who markers are definitely my favourite art medium at the moment. They just make everything so easy and they look so good. And this Posca Parker is reminding me why I stopped using them. Oh my god, no! Is it gonna run out right here and I'm gonna have to go over everything I've done with a different colour? That would be really, really annoying. I know I said they were dried out. I didn't realise they were quite this dried out. And I mean, I think this is one of the colours I use the most, so that makes sense. But, so, that's not working, so I'm going to have to get a different colour. Oh, I've got two purples. Are they both? No, that's the one that hasn't been used. Let's try this. Oh, this has gone very crusty. Oh, I'm not sure about this. Oh. See, I thought that would be more dried out with how crusty it is, but no, that's nice and smooth. So let's just go over all this blue with purple. He can have a purple cape instead. As someone who loves mythology and wizards and stuff, I love the Berlin name, because obviously it's a play on the Merlin the wizard, which I think the TV show, the BBC TV show Merlin, was one of the things that got me into mythological things. I used to be glued to that when I was younger. And then during COVID, I rewatched it and it became a bit of a special interest, hyperfixation kind of thing. I was obsessed with Colin Morgan. I was watching all the interviews from back in the day. I think I possibly watched through it twice. At the time I lived at home with my mum and I would constantly just be going, oh, Mum, did you know? And then she'd be like, is this going to be about Colin Morgan again? And I'd be like, yeah, it is actually. It feels like that wasn't very long ago, but it also feels like so long ago. Like, I was such a baby back then. And, life has changed so much since then. It's insane. But yeah, anyway, Merlin. I think Morgana might have been one of my sexual awakenings. One of the first women I had a crush on. Same with the Hex Girls from Scooby-Doo, which I think is the same for quite a few people. Yeah, I got a little bit, my obsession with Colin Morgan was really quite extreme during COVID. I literally was watching all his interviews. In one interview he said about his favourite band being Death Cab for Cutie, and being an alternative person, I was like, ooh, that sounds alternative, I'm gonna have a listen to that. It's not alternative, it's very indie, but I became obsessed with them and listened to them loads. I don't really listen to them much anymore. I'm definitely much more back into like my death metal nowadays. I think I go through phases. Like probably last year I was really into like hyper pop, you know, like the baddie kind of pop slash alternative kind of music by people like Zan, and now I'm much more back into like Suicide Season, Slipknot, Bury Me Tomorrow, and that kind of music. Next week I am going to a concert with my partner, which was booked long before I had any of these health problems, this big flare-ups, so I'm hoping I'll be okay and be able to go, because we're going to see Yumi at 6, which the 13-year-old in me, the emo in me is so excited. I can't wait to go see them, and I still love them, to be fair, but yeah, they were one of my favourites when I was younger, so I am just so excited for that. Anyway, I've been talking loads. I think that's been making me go really slow. Right, now I need to work out what colour to do the bear, and I am now realising I don't know if I have any bear colours. I have like an orange, but that's a very pastel orange. I have this tan colour, which seems really dry. Oh no. Which I was thinking about doing for his belly patch, but now I'm not sure whether I have the colour for the rest of his body. Ooh, difficult. Oh, I don't know what colour to do the bear. I think I'm just gonna go for it and use this colour. Right, I need to be careful, that's a lot of paint there and I don't want to get it on my sleeves. Right, I'm going to try to not go over the lines too much, but I do have some black pens that can go back over the lines once I finish painting these. So it's not the end of the world. Another problem I have with these Poscas is I end up with like little chewed up bits all over the place. Like, it doesn't matter how smooth the paper is, it just chews up my Posca nibs. It drives me insane. Oh, I nearly forgot his face. Oh, and his ears. Yeah, I have truly given up on not going over the lines. I will just clean it up with my black pen. I have just realised I've got a gold Posca, which is probably nicer than my gel pen, so I'm gonna go with the stars with this instead. I'm still really not too sure what to do for his belly. I'm thinking maybe I'll do like a Care Bears-esque drawing in his belly with like a rainbow or something. I don't know if that feels right or not. Oh, decisions. I thought I had a brown Posca marker, but clearly I don't. Or maybe I did and it died and it's already gone in the bin at some point. I think I could love acrylic markers. I know I used to love them, but I think I need to try some that are some different ones. I know a lot of people rave about the Simp Tap ones, and it's kind of what I've been thinking. At some point, maybe having a look at those. You know what? I'm gonna just go for it and give him a gold belly, because he's a fancy wizard bear. Oh, how is it holding up on the other side? Okay, it hasn't bled through, that's all good. Right, I think I'm also going to do this bit gold. I was going to leave it white, but it just doesn't look right white. Part of me wants to do this bit gold on the paintbrush too. It's going to be a very gold drawing. Now for the fun bit, I get to choose which colours he's going to be painting with. Now, is this going to be fun, or am I just going to stress out about finding the perfect colours? Who knows? Okay, this is a cute colour. I have some really fun neon colours, I just don't know if they'll go. Oh. I said this was the fun part and now I'm overthinking everything. Okay, I'm just gonna go with that colour. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, cute. Now the background. I'm really unsure what to do for the background, and you can't see right now, but there's just a mess of Posca markers everywhere. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just going to start putting colours down, and hopefully it turns out cute. Okay, I'm trying to use the dryness of the markers to my advantage to make a kind of swooshy, portally kind of feeling. Does it give the look I want, or does it just look like my Poscas are drying out? Because, I mean, it's true, but they don't need to know that. I'm not sure who the they is, because if it's you, then you're watching this. You already know that. Oh yeah, ASMR. Squeaky Poscas. I forgot how much I hate that noise. And if I have to go through this feeling, this sound, you have to go through this sound. Sharing is caring. Yeah, at the moment I think it's just looking like I'm using markers that are drying out. Oh, is there gonna fix this. Oh, I don't think I want to add green to the mix. Oh, my hair is silver. Do you think I've ruined this page? Do you think I've ruined this page? Part of me thinks yes. Part of me really thinks yes. Also, are you liking the deranged commentary whilst trying to paint? I also don't have a microphone, so I don't know if you can actually hear what I'm saying very well, or if it's just scratch, 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 scratch with some talking in the background. Hopefully not, seeing as I'm closer to the microphone than the pens, but the pens are very loud and scratchy, honestly. Okay, I think it's definitely getting to that point where I'm putting too much, so I'm gonna stop. And I'm just gonna put some dots and gold stars, because gold stars make everything. And I'm just kind of hoping that when we put some juicy highlights and I'm just hoping that once we get some juicy highlights and we sort out some of the eye lines, sort out some of the black lines, that it will look cute. I really, really hope so. Okay, I've got my 0.5. Yep, 0.5 pen, and I'm just going to redefine these lines that got kind of lost. Oh yeah, this is already starting to look so much better. Thank God. I really, really love colouring books and colouring in pages, and it's something I really would love to create in the future, like my own. Probably not, maybe not full colouring book, but at least like some colouring pages. But it's coming up with ideas. I don't know, I think maybe it doesn't help that my health hasn't been great recently, so I haven't been able to come up with my own ideas quite so easily. But I'm hoping that at some point I'll get past that. Oh my god, this video is 40 minutes. Well, that's going to take forever to go from my laptop to my computer. No, from my phone to my computer, because I normally edit video in like 20-minute chunks so that it's easier to transfer. So that's going to be a massive file, because I didn't notice I'd got to 40 minutes of recording. Which also means I've been rambling for so long. I don't know what I think I'm going to have to cut shit out. And here's me thinking I was going to struggle talking. I've just realised I haven't actually coloured in his paintbrush. Oh, now I've got to think of a colour. I'm just going to go for it. Blue paintbrush. Ooh, that's a nice blue. And this is a really juicy marker as well. This might be one of my newer ones, to be fair. I know one of my friends did buy me markers for my birthday last year. Which, oh my god, that's like nearly a year ago. Okay, not quite so new then. And back to outlining. Oh, this looks so crisp with the new outlines. I really thought this was looking really bad, but these outlines are definitely helping. It feels really weird to be... It feels really weird to be making art without background noise. as someone with a lot of mental health problems and trauma and autism, I normally always have some kind of background noise going on. So I've been sat here making art in silence, which is weird, and I thought I'd be more uncomfortable than I have been, but honestly, it's been quite nice. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely times when I need to shut out my brain and create art with all the noises going on. I normally just watch YouTube when I'm doing art, but this has been quite nice. And a lot of the video ideas I have at the moment are for videos where I am talking whilst I'm doing the art. Which means I wouldn't be able to put off doing voiceovers like I currently do. And I think it would be easier for me to get my videos done, possibly a bit quicker. But I have been putting off doing any videos that I have any ideas for at the moment because I haven't wanted to sit in silence and talk whilst I'm doing them. But I've finally done it and it's really not that bad. I don't know why I was stressing out so much about it. Good thing with redoing the outlines on things is that if you have gone out the lines at any point, you just gather up by doing the line a bit thicker and sorted. Although I do pride myself on being quite good at staying in the lines of things, it seems when I'm videoing I am not so good at staying in the lines. Okay, now it's time for the best part, juicy highlights. I don't know if anyone else watches Ashley Monet, but every time I go to do highlights, I just have the juicy highlights song in my head constantly. Like, absolutely constantly. Now I want to make these paint drips nice and shiny. I'm not sure the white is showing up great on this yellow fluorescent, but it's not the end of the world. A little nose shiny, eyes shiny, a little highlight there, a little highlight on the belly. Okay, perfect, and another page done. I love this. Now I do want to go on and do this page in this book, but looking at the time, I don't have time to finish that today because I'm getting picked up in about half an hour. So I'm not sure if I will do this today, but it should be in this video. And also it's starting to get dark and I use natural lighting for my videos. So I will leave it here today and I will be back probably tomorrow. I mean, for you it would be like a second, so I'll see you tomorrow. I just started filming this and my camera wasn't even on. I'm looking right at it. Anyway, I've been editing this video and I'm just filming this quickly before I have to go out for lunch because it's Valentine's Day and we're going out for a date. But I'm gonna have to leave this video here and the next page will have to be in the next video because it is far too long. It is like over 40 minutes I think at the moment. So this is where I'm leaving it. I will film some clips of what's in here and what we've done today, and sorry, you're gonna have to wait and see that page on another day. Okay, so these are the pages we've done today. We did the introduction page, our little bookshelves, and Berlin. You will notice I added some glitter glue, glitter glue off camera because it's cute and I had it out for the next page, a little spoiler, but I've got this covered because this page is going to be in the next video, so you're not allowed to see it yet. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!